So once again, a very good morning, students. Greetings of the day. Welcome to the online lecture series on the railways, airport, and waterways. That is RCE 076. Right. So we have started talking about the airport part. So in this lecture, we will talking about the airport planning and design. Basically, in previous lecture, the we have talked about the various topics related to the this one the air transportation system. We have covered the introduction in history, growth of the air transport and future trends, aviation organization and their function. So this will be lecture, and this will be dedicated to the this entire one, airport planning and design. And in this one we'll talk about the components of the air transportation, the different components such as airports and airways, airlines and air passengers, operate and operating environment. Okay, so let us talk about the components of the air transportation. So if we talk about the components of the air transportation, we have to define the aircraft characteristic. So what are the different characteristics of an aircraft? Is a machine which finds its supports in the atmosphere due to reaction of the air is defined as an aircraft. So how we define an aircraft? It is any machine which find its supports in the atmosphere due to reactions of the air is defined as an aircraft. The very basic definition. A machine which finds its support in the atmosphere due to reactions of the air is defined as an aircraft. Right. Aircraft can be heavier or lighter than air or power driven or non-power driven. It can be heavier than the air. It can be lighter than the air. It can be power driven. It can be non-power driven. For example, airships are lighter than the air and are power driven. Right. Similarly, balloons are also aircraft which are lighter than the air and are non-power driven. Right. Airplanes and helicopters are heavier than air and these are actually power driven. So the basic characteristics of aircraft are that any machine which finds its support in the atmosphere due to reactions of the air is defined as an aircraft. It can be a balloon, it can be an airplane, it can be an helicopter, etc. And an aircraft, it can be heavier or lighter than the air or power driven or non power driven also. If we take an example, airships are actually regarded as lighter than the air and these are actually power driven. But if we talk about balloons, these are lighter than the air but are non-power driven. In same way, the aeroplanes and helicopters are heavier than the air and are power driven. Right. So this is basically about the aircraft characteristic. Now let us talk about the airplane and helicopter. Okay, the land airplane is the most practical type of machine to navigate in the air, and thousands of them are in daily use. Okay, they are designed to take off and land on the runways with much steeper angles than the helicopter. So land airplane, it is the most practical type of machine which is available to navigate in the air, and thousands are actually available for the daily use. They are how they are designed. They are designed to take off and land on the runways with a much steeper angle than the helicopter. The helicopter can rise vertically off the ground and can also hover the stationary in the air. Helicopters have inferior performance compared to the aeroplanes as their load capacity is extremely small and their top speed is very low. Airplanes can also be designed to operate on water. They are called as float planes. Float planes have long pontoon floats on which it rests, but it's on water. Amphibian planes can have both floats and wheels. So the land airplane is actually the most practical type of machine which is used to navigate in the air, and actually thousands of them are available in daily use. Uh, we designed them to take off and land on the runways with much steeper angle than the helicopters. The helicopter can rise vertically off the ground and can also hover stationary in the air. Helicopters have inferior performance compared to the aeroplanes as their load capacity is extremely small, and their top speed is very low. These airplanes can also be designed to operate on water. They are called planes, and these float planes have long pontoon floats on which it rests when it is on water. And then we have amphibian planes, can have both floats and the wheels. Okay. Now moving towards the next slide. What are the difference between an airport and airways? So an airport is an aerodrome, okay, with facilities for the commercial aviation flights to take off and land. Airport often have facilities to store and maintain the aircraft and a control tower. So what is an airport? ये एक aerodrome है, which is provided with the facility for the commercial aviation. Flights will take off, land. Airports often have the facilities to store and maintain the aircraft and a control tower. Airway is a legally defined corridor that connects one specified location to another at a specified altitude, along which an aircraft that meets the requirement of the airway may be flown. तो एयरपोर्ट और एयरवे में ये डिफरेंस है कि एयरपोर्ट एक एरोड्रम है which is provided with the facilities for the commercial aviation flight to take off and land, or airport can have facilities to store and maintain the aircraft, and these are provided with a control tower. But airway kya hai? It is a legally defined corridor which is used to connect one specified location to another at a specified altitude, along which an aircraft that meets the requirement of the airway may be flown. Right. So this is the basic difference between an airport and the airway. Okay. So the airport and airway are slightly different. Airport is a place where we accommodate this, have the facility to store and maintain the aircraft, but this airway is a defined corridor for connecting one specified location to the another location. Now coming to the point, types of airport. So there are basically three types of airport if we define it: international, domestic, and regional. We'll talk about one by one. So the three types of airports are international, domestic, and regional. Okay. Now the first part, that is international airport. An international airport has several characteristics, such as an international airport has direct service to many other airports, handle scheduled commercial airlines both for the passenger as well as for the cargo. Many international airports also serve as hubs or the places where non-direct flights may land and passengers switch planes. Typically equipped with the customs and immigration facilities to handle the international flight to or from the other countries. Such airports are usually larger and often feature longer runways and facilities to accommodate the larger aircraft, FMO and MRO. So एक international airport actually provide direct service to many other airport also. ठीक है? These handle the scheduled commercial airline both for the passenger and it is also useful for the cargo purpose. Many international airport also serve as the hubs or the places where the non-direct flights may land and passengers switch the planes, typically equipped with the customs and immigration facilities to handle the international flights to or from other countries. Such airports are usually larger and often feature longer runways, facilities to accommodate the larger aircraft such as FMO, MRO, etc. Now, the second one is domestic airport. So a domestic airport is basically an airport which handles only the domestic flights or flight within the same country, such as if you have to fly from Lucknow to Delhi. So it is basically between one country. So the domestic airport don't have the customs, immigration facilities, and are therefore incapable of handling flights to or from the foreign airports. So it is not provided with any facility of immigration, customs, and all. These airports normally have short runways which are sufficient to handle short, medium haul aircraft. Okay. So these are basically about the domestic airport. Now the third one is regional airport. What is the regional airport? Regional airport is an airport serving the traffic within a relatively small or lightly populated geographical area. A regional airport usually does not have customs and immigration facilities to process traffic between the countries. Aircraft using these airports tend to be small business jets or private aircraft, general aviation. So regional airport is an airport which serves the traffic within a relatively small or lightly populated geographical area. So it is for a small geographical area, specified geographical area. Okay, it is basically used for the small business jets or private aircraft. You can say general aviation. And regional airport usually does not have, again, just it is just equivalent to the domestic. It does not have any customs immigration facilities to process the traffic between the countries, right? Now, airlines and air passenger. So an organization providing a regular public service of air transport on one or more routes with its equipments and operating personnel is called airline. So what is an airline? It is an organization providing a regular public service of air transport on one or more routes with its equipment and operating personnel is called airline. So एक airline एक organization है जो कि आपका एक रूट पे एक कुछ इक्विपमेंट के साथ उसके ऑपरेटिंग पर्सनल के लिए यूजफुल होता है, उसको हम क्या कहते हैं? एयरलाइन कहते हैं, ठीक है? Persons who are traveling in any public transport aircraft other than its pilot and airline staff member are called air passenger. So the person who are traveling in any public transport aircraft other than its pilot and airline member are, these are called the air passengers, right? Operating environment. So what is operating environment here? Operating environment means airlines must be aware of and operate within a framework of regulations, standards and guidelines, international agreements and programs that shape the operating environment for the commercial aviation. So airline must be aware of and operate within a framework. एक framework decide करना होता है, and this framework is of the regulation, standards, guideline, international agreements and program, and it shape the operating environment for the commercial aviation. ठीक है? So this was all about this. If we talk about this module, so this module, in this module we discussed about different things. So once again I will show you. This module was airport planning and design. So in airport planning and design, we talked about the components of air transportation. It comprises of the airport and airways, airlines and air passenger operating environment. So हमने देखा कि components क्या हैं air transportation के. तो उसमें aircraft characteristic में ये है कि कोई भी ऐसा मशीन जो आपका atmosphere पे support करे due to the reaction of the air is defined as an aircraft. और एक एयरक्राफ्ट जो है, इट कैन बी हैवियर और लाइटर देन द एयर और पावर ड्रिवन, और इट कैन बी नॉन पावर ड्रिवन. एग्जांपल ले लीजिए, एयरशिप्स लाइटर देन एयर एंड आर पावर ड्रिवन, balloons lighter than air are non power driven, airplanes and helicopters heavier than air and are power driven. Then we talked about airplane and helicopter, right? So the basic difference was that helicopter can rise vertically off the ground and can also hover stationary in the air, right? Helicopters have inferior performance compared to the airplanes as their load capacity is extremely small and their top speed is very low. Airplanes can be designed to operate on water also, but this helicopter cannot be designed to work on the operate on water, so they are called float planes. The airplanes which are working on operating on water, these are called float plane. Float planes have long pontoon floats on which it rests when it is on water. Amphibian planes can have both the floats and wheels. Then we have seen the difference between the airport and airways. Airport is an aerodrome with facilities for the commercial aviation flight to take off and land. Airports often have the facility to store, maintain aircraft, and a control tower. It can have immigration facility, customs. But what is an airway? Is a corridor that connects one specified location to another at a specified altitude, which along which an aircraft that meets the requirement of the airway may be flown, right? So different types of airport: international, domestic, and regional. In international, it has direct services to many other airport, handle the scheduled commercial airline for both the passenger and the cargo. In similar way, we have seen domestic airport. It is within the country. It doesn't have any immigration and custom facility also. Regional is for a specified geographical area. You can say it is useful for a small business jets or private aircraft. Then we have seen airlines and air passenger. Airline is a organization providing a regular public service of air transport or one or more routes with its equipment and operating the personnel is called the airlines. And a person who are traveling in any public transport aircraft other than its pilot and airline staff member, these are actually known as your passenger, airline passenger, air passenger actually. And we talked about the operating environment. So airlines must be aware of and operate within a frame of regulation, standard, and guidelines, international agreements, program, and that will shape the operating environment for the commercial aviation. So this is all about your airport planning and design. In next lecture, we'll talk about the airport planning. In this, we talk about the airport components, and in next lecture, we'll talk about the airport planning. So thank you for listening to patiently. We'll talk about the airport planning in the next lecture. So thank you so much. Have a nice day. Have a good day.